Go.
Hello and welcome to Cliffles, the Baking Bear. Today we're going to learn how to make chocolate chip cookies. Now remember, my little baking buddy bears, when you're in the baking kitchen, always have Mama Bear or Papa Bear with you. Kitchens can be dangerous, so it's always good to have Mama Bear and Papa Bear around. Other than that, let's get baking some delicious, bearlicious chocolate chip cookies. Now what we're going to have today is 2 1/4 cups of flour, all-purpose is just fine. 1 cup of butter, which if you get them in the grocery store, there are 2 sticks of butter. We use unsalted butter because we're going to add some salt later. We want to be able to control the salt, okay? Next, 2 eggs, 2 cups of chocolate chips, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cup of regular granulated sugar, also a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt. Remember I said we like to control our salt. Now, the other thing you're going to need is a mixer, and we use a modern day mixer. But if you go to Grandma Bear's house or Grandpa Bear's house, they may have one of these mixers. These are old mixers. They're still good. You can still use them, but that's at Grandma Bear's house and Grandpa Bear's house. Now, just a minute. If we also go to Great Grandma Bear's house, she may have one of these type of mixers. You can still use those, but we like to use our modern day mixer. Okay, my little baking cubs, are you ready to make some chocolate chip cookies? Let's make some chocolate chip cookies. First, we're going to start with our 2 sticks of butter. Now, I kind of warmed them up just a little bit in the old microwave to get them nice and soft. So, I have 2 soft sticks of butter. Ooh, let's add the other one on here too. So that's 2 sticks of butter. We set that aside. Ooh. Got our hands dirty. Need to clean them. Okay, now we're going to add our regular sugar and our brown sugar. Remember, 3/4 cup of each. And then we're going to mix them. Now, in baking terms, my little baking cubs, this is called creaming the butter. So we're going to cream it. And look, ooh, it gets all mixed up. This will probably take about a minute or 2. So bear with me while I show you how we get it all creamed. There it goes. Ooh, take a look at that, Mr. Camera Bear Man. Ooh. There we go. Look at that. That's called creaming the butter and the sugar. You can see it's getting all nice and creamy together. It's going. It's going. Now we have our 2 cups of chocolate chips, and we have our eggs. Now while that's creaming, we're going to sift. We're going to sift our flour so we get all the little clumps out with our baking soda and our salt. So, at my house, we have this old-fashioned sifter. So I'm going to put my flour in the sifter. A little bit came out. That's okay. That's okay. And we're going to add our 1 teaspoon of salt and our 1 teaspoon of baking soda. That goes in there. Now we're going to sift. See how that does? See, it sifts it all together. Gets all the little clumps out. And now it's all empty. Now, look, it's all nice and creamed already. That only took like a minute or 2. It's all nicely creamed. And we're going to take a little spatula that we have, and we're going to scrape down the sides. Now, when baking cookies, my little baking bears, always make sure you scrape down the sides because we want to get all this incorporated together, all put together. Make sure you scrape all the way to the bottom. Yummy, yummy. It's ready to go. Look at that. Next, we're going to add our 2 eggs, one at a time. Oop, there goes 1 egg. Ooh, it's mixing nice and good. Look at that. We get it going nice and fast. Remember, my little baking cubs, if you're in the baking kitchen, always make sure Mama Bear or Papa Bear are with you. Next, we're going to add our last egg. There goes our last egg. And we make sure it's all nice together and mixed together. All right? And the next thing we do is scrape, scrape, and scrape. So let's scrape this one more time. It's all mixed together. It's all well mixed. There we go. And I make sure I scrape all the way to the bottom. So our eggs, our sugar, our butter, it's all together. Next, I'm going to take my flour, my baking soda, and my salt, and we pour that in. And on very low speed, I mix that together, just until you don't see any more flour. Take a look here. It's mixing, and now there's almost no more flour. I don't want to overmix it, so almost all the flour, oops, is gone. That happens in baking. Now we're going to put our 2 cups of chocolate chips in. We lock it down, then we mix until it's just incorporated. Give it one quick, and you know what? That's it. It's done. Right, we're ready. We're going to take our baking pan. Now you can either spray the pan, or I use something called parchment paper. So we have our parchment paper down. You can buy that at any grocery store. And I get all my dough out, and look, that chocolate chip cookie dough is ready and willing to go into the oven. Yum, yum. Now we're going to take a measuring spoon. This is 1 tablespoon. And I'm going to scoop out 1 tablespoon and put it right on the plate, just like that. Now let's take 1 more tablespoon and put it on, just like that. That's all we need to do. This is how easy chocolate chip cookies are. Another one. And if you have a bigger pan, you can do a few more. But we're only going to do like 6 right now. So we put all of our little scoops on there. We're going to do 6 of them. And I already have my oven. My oven is at 375 degrees. That's why I say it's so important for you to be in the kitchen with Mama Bear or Papa Bear when doing this. So we take our chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to put them in the oven. Stay right there. Here it is. Here we go. Into the oven. In 11 to 12 minutes, we're going to have delicious chocolate chip cookies. Okay? All right. So our cookies have been in the oven for 12 minutes at 375 degrees. Let's see what we got. Ooh, ooh, look what we got. We got us some delicious chocolate chip homemade cookies. Let's go over here. Now the pan is hot, so make sure you wear gloves or little pot holders to get it out, because it's hot. Now, some of them are really nice. Some have gone a little bit longer than normal. When it starts to brown around the edge, you want to take it out, because cookies keep baking once you take them out of the oven. So they're kind of hot right now. So we want to let them cool before we take them off. That's why it's important you're with Mama Bear and Papa Bear. But anyway, once they're done, even though they're still a little bit warm, look, we can take them, and we've got us a nice chocolate chip cookie. Yum. My little bear cubs are going to love these. All right, so that's it. One thing I forgot to tell you, if you want to add a little bit more flavor, you can put like a teaspoon of yummy vanilla in there, and it makes them even better. So that's our chocolate chip cookies for this week. Stay tuned for next week, and we're going to do sugar cookies. Ooh, makes my belly feel good. Okay, I'm going back to hibernation. See y'all next week.